So today's the day. Kevy's little nuts come off. He's cute. Francis just had his nads off. He don't look too traumatised at all, Kev, does he? Boys are back in the car, so we're going to take them back home now. You wouldn't even know that they've just had their bollocks cut off. Honestly, Kev's his usual self, being a diva. He's obviously hungry. He's giving me some love. Hey, baby. And then Francis was asleep, but he's awake now. But yeah, look. You wouldn't even know that's happened.
Look at his tail go.
Come on then, boys. Kev's got blue balls. Kev's got blue balls. So have I. So guys, it has been a while since I've picked up the camera. And you can see it's been a while by the size of these baby chicks. I had that thing sat in my thumb not so long ago. And the size of it now. What an absolute beauty. So you're joining me on just your average Friday. I've had nothing but police visits today. Ambulances down the bottom, as you can see. There's been an injury of a guy. Crashed a car, I believe, ran away through my field into the forest. Bleeding heavily from what I hear. Didn't make it very far. And now we've had to have people come in and sort it out. It's gone mental round here. Still going. Guy died. There we go. You're joining me Sunday afternoon. Yesterday I spent all day pulling the guttering off because I wasn't happy with how it had been done. And I've decided that I'm just going to sack everybody off until my ground boy in, chars in. I decided I'd get on and do as much as I can today, so I've put a downpipe on, I've put the gutters, taken all of the brackets off and taken the fascia board and straightened that, and then I've put the fascia board back on, brackets back on to the string line.
Sheep, and so it won't have as many molars in its mouth as this one, because they won't have come through yet, so you can see how they're coming through. And actually this one has this is a perfect head.
Fuck. So this idiot, I don't know how have you got in there though? Come back over the way you went in. She's jumped that. Before anything, I need to address the absolute state of this place and make it more habitable. So I'm going to be, by hand, digging all of this shit out and taking it away because it is concrete under there. And then I'm going to be making it a lot cleaner, taking the wiring out because they're just getting trapped in it because they've absolutely ruined it. The water, the rain, the wind and everything like that has made a right fucking mess. So I'm getting in there with these moody bastards. I do have some food with me down there that I am going to use as bribes when I go in, but this is where I'm going to be spending my whole Sunday. So I'm going to get wet, I'm going to get muddy, and I'm going to get covered in pig shit. But as you can see to the entrance of that sty there, it's just not okay. So we've got to do something about it, which is what I am going to do. So we actually this used to be many moons ago apparently dog kennels, and there's some remains left here like this block here and over there where the kennels were. So this was the kennels that I'm stood in. So ideally this is great for pigs, and you can see underneath we've got the concrete there. So what I'm going to try and do, which is a mammoth task, is get this whole thing empty of all this shit and then put something down on top of the concrete and put some drainage in there so everything can run down in across there and down there. But look at the state of the piglets, man. Look at them. living their best lives. They could go indoors if they wanted, but they choose not to. I've kicked mama pigs out, so no one's happy at the minute, but at least they got something to do before I clean it, right? When I was digging that mud out, look, I counted and I was one short earlier and I didn't know where it had gone, but I found it under the mud. He's still just about with me. I'm trying to force feed him some milk and see if I can get him back, but he's so cold. He was about a foot under the mud. Just got trampled under by his brothers. So I've got the little one that I found buried over there in the mud and resuscitated it, and it is now cuddled up at home with one of the girls. And I'm carrying on in here. As you can see, the difference in the floor. I've got to run all this water off and drain it down at the bottom, but it just means that cleaner for feeding, but also I can actually see what's going on as well. So back down to concrete. There we go. They're all what? Yeah. Okay.
She's alright. Her head's a bit
Still a bit cold. We're trying to warm her up. But she's back with us. He's alive! You joining me at like 6 in the morning? I slept with this pig last night. Woke up, she pissed all over me. And I was expecting her to be stone cold, actually. I thought she was going to be dead. But look at this for a turnaround. She's moving her mouth. She's not very good at it. And she's still not doing great. But she's certainly... Come on, girl. She's certainly improved. So, just by changing yesterday... Sorry, I got a bit of a cold. It's nasty up here. You can see it's still quite muddy at the front, which is fine. That's all going to drain out over there. But I've taken it back to concrete over here, which has meant it's translated to drier beds, cleaner piggies, because they can go in the mud by choice. If they don't want to get filthy, they can come in here and they can eat their pumpkins in the dry. So yeah, I thought I'd put my face on. Prove I am here doing it. It is actually me. I am doing the work myself. I was going to film a sort of time lapse of doing this, but it's a bit windy for the camera to be set up. It's going to fall in this shit. But also, I don't want to see all the women in the comments going mad because they get to watch me work it, and it's too sexy for them to handle. So I'm going to save you from that pain, and I'm just going to get this done and show you what it looks like when it's done. So things are definitely escalated. Look, I see where the flow goes down there. That's great. I'm going to take that route out so it flows straight down there onto my drainage path. But this one, the problem is it sits back. So as you can see, it's much better. I'm actually digging out the concrete. This one is particularly thick up here, as you can see from that. But vast improvement there. Look, I've just got to drain that out. It's just stuck in the gate there, but I'll drain that water out down there. And yeah, look, new bed, who this? New bed, who this? Look at you making your bed. I love it. That's better, innit? Look at the fucking state of these. Yeah, you go in there and make it filthy. All right, big girl. Thursday morning feed up for the guys. They've got some hay going on. Alan's got a pile down there, he's covered in it. Yeah, nice. Moose is alright, Alvin. All right, bud. You're better off in that side. It's wet through here, mate. Moose is up here. Look. 10-2's up there at the back. The chickens are out. Everyone's going off. I'm just giving the pigs some pumpkins. And then I'm going to go and put some straw in the chicken houses. And then I'm going to show you my new tool. Alright guys, so you're joining me around about lunch, well after lunch actually, 2 o'clock-ish, on a lovely grey, miserable Wednesday. I forget the days now, I'm a real farmer. Jesus, look at birds! Alright mate. Moose just goes on little flights now, all the time. I'm putting some more bedding in for the chickens, and Dan DF Tools, my boy, turned up today and he had a really cool tool, and I've just found the perfect use for it, so I'm going to show you. And if you have got a farm and you're constantly getting buckets, troughs and stuff that you need to tip over and empty, and you flood the ground and it's nasty, have a look at this. So this is the Milwaukee Hydro Pass. Runs on my M12 battery. You pop it in. Watch out, Moose. You turn it on. And away that water goes. You can stick a hose on the end of that and you can run it off wherever you want. Ducks are going to love this. Just look at that. Emptying. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. dftools.co.uk. So this morning, Ali has given the chickens a good clean out. Because you can see it's starting to get real muddy. And we've got these grates that we're going to put in. And we've put a load of seed. I don't know if you quite see that in here. That we're hoping is going to grow up. And give the chickens a bit of enrichment. And then we're going to figure out what we're going to do in the playpen there. But things are starting to move with the chickens. Fill these up, put some nice bedding in, make it comfy. And then we better start building the next pen because I've got 40 more imminent. So again, you're with me on, I do believe it is Wednesday. I might keep changing the day because I genuinely don't know. But I think it's Wednesday afternoon, probably nearer 3 o'clock. I've just put the bedding in for the chickens. Played with my new Hydro Pass tool, which you'll have just seen. And now I'm going to make some dinner ready for the piglets and the meat pigs down the end. And we've got a lot of pumpkins. Now, if pumpkins have been in a kitchen or used, culinary, stuff like that, we can't really use them. But we grow a load of our own. But also we get donated year round. We get cool different types of pumpkins. So you'll see we get lots of different types. But Halloween, obviously, we tend to get a lot more. Can't take them in your kitchen, use a knife. I usually use an axe, but... Again, Mr. DF Tools turned up the other day with this new Milwaukee fuel sawzall, and yeah, I want to use it. But the problem is these guys keep putting their heads in the bucket, and I want to mash them up in there, and I want to see how it goes. I haven't got a tripod with me, but I want to try and show you how it does it. So I'll test the first one, and then we'll do a test on this one. I'll try and film it. Right, you're gonna have to bear with me, left-handed, but this is brilliant. Look. Look at that. Mash all of these up and then punch them down and then put the food in and mix it up, so they got a bit of a booster. But I just wanted to show you just how easily you can cut a pumpkin with a Milwaukee sawzall, or any sawzall I guess, but this one is sick. Even the chickens want to get involved. Look at this pig. I'm really excited about these. They're almost ready to go. Anytime now. Trying to get a butcher to come back to me though, pain in the arse, so I might just have to go with a generic for these ones. But look at them porkers. They've got a nice little bed here. They've built themselves a shelter in the wood as well. But yeah, that is pumpkin and feed done for them guys. You guys are just a load of hay and feed, but you're nosy. Hello. Look at the weight. weight difference. She is starting to put on some weight. Slowly. Alvin, don't, because you'll break this. Alvin. Can you... So yeah, the fun of feed time, we love it. Alright, so I'm just going to catch a mayhem, right? I need to get this little piglet in with mum. Come on. Ah, no, mama, no. And that one's trying to jump over the front. Piglet, come here. This is a madness I have to deal with. Come on. Come on. No, you lot in. Come on. I know, always fucking pig drama in there. Right, I'm going over to get some feed. Something to distract the mum is with. There's a gap in the pallets. I've just found that they've figured out that they can fit through, so it's one that I've missed, so I've got to block that up. I've just started to dig a hole for my my sheep barn, which is why I went up to the pig pen to get my grafter, because I used it in the pig pen the other day doing that concrete. So yeah, feed barn time. So I've gone for the easy option. I've gone with 2 pumpkins. I'm just going to throw them up at the back hole, and they'll have to take their time to break them up then, and then hopefully I can do something with that piglet. But I feel like I spend most of my time talking and spending time with the pigs, and it literally is because with piglets and mummy pigs every day there's a drama, and this is just another day in the diary. Same shit, different day. The pumpkin trick worked and she went in the gate, so I've shut that up now. Now I'm gonna have to find something to just plumb in, whack into that. It's over there. I need something to whack in that gap, stop them coming out of it. Have a little upgrade off of DF Tools. Milwaukee bad boy. Loves it. Now, this week's other job is I've got to get this off to Johnny and get it sorted out, because just look at the cables. It's just, you turn her on. Can he get her to turn over anymore? Just nothing. So yeah, so I'm hoping Johnny can sort that out, and I want to make it nice and then bring her back to life, and then I can use that, because I'm desperate to be able to move shit around the farm with ease, and this would be saving me hours right now. I'm doing about 15 to 20,000 steps a day, and I'm lugging stuff about by hand. If I can slam my trailer on this, I get back to my winning ways. So yeah, so currently digging out some tracks for Dan's van, my truck, whatever needs to go on here. I've got Char and the boys coming in to do the retaining wall. We're putting a sleeper retaining wall all the way around the barn. The back needs it, it's really crumbly. So to protect the barn, we're having that done. That's being done with RSJs. That's a massive job. So Charlie's coming in to do that for me, and I'm looking forward to getting that done. But it's all coming together slowly. The pigs are getting big. We've managed to pre-sell some of the meat already. We're selling them as half and whole pigs. If anybody's interested in some forest grown, free range, beautiful local pork, I'm your man to talk to. But yeah, I think I'll probably wrap it up here. Maybe I'll do a little sign off, but yeah, have at it. I'm all over it.
And they're big and red.
Yeah.
There's a leaf in there already.
It doesn't like to be actually cooked up, but it likes it afterwards. Like,
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Bit quicker, babe. That's it. So I don't want all the others
So
to
they're,
Is that it?
Yeah.
they're getting introduced into the main chicken pen then. There we go. They're growing so quick, aren't they?
The giant.
The food is tied on.
Why?
That's fine, don't worry about that. We'll give them we've got other bowls up the top that we can give them.
Do you want me to leave this here for now? And there's a bag of food in there as well.
So Sunday afternoon activity is to remember them baby chicks I had sat on my thumb. Well, this is them now at 6 weeks. Oh, you're lovely and soft. There we go, there you go. Here go, big wings. This is those. So we've just brought them into the adult pig pen, so I'll flip you around and I will show you. But yeah, this is, look at the size difference in 6 weeks. Crazy. Lovely and soft. So you'll see I've put them in a cage in here because there will be 3 other little Groningers in here and the 2 Bantams. I'm pretty sure, if you look there, you've got one with the, there you go, that one there, and that one at the back. I'm pretty sure are roosters, and I'm sure the rest are all hens. So I think there's 2 roos in there, but yeah, look at them, look at the size of them. But yeah, we'll see how they get on in here. They can keep their own body temperature now. I haven't had the light on for about a week. Yeah, these guys should be safe in here. We're just going to leave them in here until they're integrated and they're big enough to hold their own. Look at these babies. So as always, I've pressed record a little bit late, but the little piggies that I've taken in need to be moved to somewhere bigger. So they're coming in here. So in order to do that, I'm boarding this up so nice and protected and warm. I'm going to fill it with straw. They're going to absolutely love it in here. They're going to make a right mess. So yeah, so I'm just getting started now. So tomorrow I can put the boards on and then make it nice and warm. I can get a heat lamp to here if I want, not that they need it, but if I want to I can. So yeah, they're coming into here, which is close. Well, it's in the front of the pig pen, next to their brothers and sisters. So when we wean them off, it's easy to just open that up and introduce them through that. That is Mini Pig. How's done? So I'm gonna get some straw in there in the morning, get their food, get their water in. I'm gonna have to muck it out every day because obviously their animals are disgusting, but it keeps them off of the mud. And stops them running in my house and ruining the carpet all the time. And then as soon as they hit 12 weeks, they've got all of this to enjoy with their brothers and sisters. Until that point, they need somewhere bigger, so they're going in here. So yeah, this video has been sort of quite a time scale with just little bits of everything I'm doing, and it literally always is like that. I'm on multiple projects on the go at once, and I'm jumping bit of progress to move them all along, and it is developing, and I've found my pace, and I am really happy with how things are going. The animals, I adore them. I couldn't be happier to be part of this family here. Bex and Tony, they're amazing. It's so far it's been a wonderful journey, but it is getting very wet up here. We've got a lot of projects to do, and ready for next summer season. We want to be in a position where we are ready to go, and the farm is flourishing again. So it means we've got a lot to do in the winter. So I'm just jumping from thing to thing, smashing these things out, and taking you guys along for the journey. So sorry for the itty bitty episode this time. That literally is just my life. I'll see you in the next episode. I promise I will try my best to film more and more often, so we can get back to weekly updates and you guys can really keep track on how individual enterprises are growing. So yeah, so first, what are we saying, 6 months, big thumbs up. My life now from where it was 6 months ago, mentally, physically, I've found where I belong, and I'm really showing what I can do. And I'm proud of that. So thank you everybody that's joined me on the journey. I've got more shit to shovel, and I shall see you in the next one. Peace.